Hi guys, I'm Abel Montesteoco with Marshall Tactical. We're going to go over a simple, basic draw with your sport coat, suit coat from the hip. I'll try to cover some of the shoulder holster as well. So the first thing you need to remember is the four things of the draw, right? So the four things of the draw is a master grip, clear, center, extend. There's also other names for that, but that's the way I learned it, and that's what to keep it simple. So it's going to look like this. Master grip. You got to have a master grip on that pistol. Clear, straight up. Center, extend to the target. Just like that. Okay? And that's something I'm talking to somebody. There. Okay? To just be a quick fluid motion. And it takes practice when you're wearing a sport coat, guys. So so it's important that you get that used to. If you carry a lot farther back here, maybe you're going to change the way you carry. You bring it forward more to your hip, or however you want to do that, right? So again, it's going to look like this. You're talking to somebody, all of a sudden, and then I extend. Right? Very simple. All right. So again, the sport coat, it's all about preference of how you want to do this. You notice this is for me is natural because I practice. You can do this if you wear a sport coat for work and you're on a conference call. Practice it at work or do something where it's just you have time to waste. Watching TV, or if you're just hanging out bored. It's something, it's muscle memory. You can do it with unloaded gun as we're doing here. And just do this. Some guys do the thumb. I find it a little harder because you got to kind of grip. It also depends on the fabric. This is a heavy material. All right, some guys immediately, it's like a quick, let's see what happens there. He gets caught up. So you make sure you're comfortable with how you do it. So mine is it's simple. I'm going slow and it's there. I know my gun's there. I don't even have to look at it. You don't need to be, where's my gun, right? It's going to be there. If you miss it the first time, it's fine, but you got to make sure before you draw, you get that master grip, okay? So I'm going to show you what happens if you don't get a master grip. Master grip, I don't have it, look what's going to happen. I can't even pull it out. And now this guy has an advantage on you. All right, so you got to make sure that master grip's there. Master grip, and even then, look at the way I didn't get perfect, but you got to go with it, roll with it, okay? Okay, and then Chad. So Chad's going to show you guys how to do the actual, he's got a shoulder, but you notice how it's canted up, right? It's not tilted to the side, more like a military one, it's up. So he's got to come up, and you got to make that exactly, right?
You still have to achieve that master grip like he's talking about. You still have to clear your coat, achieve your grip, good grip, before you can clear and come forward.
And this one takes a lot more practice because if there's a guy coming at you, and he's now both of his hands are kind of being used, right? So if I close in, but look what he did with his hand. You see that? There it is. So you got to make sure if you're going to practice that, you got to make sure you clear that, get that gun out quickly.
And guys, one thing is your grip for the sport coat, right? You can do a hooking. This is where I just prefer to do it here. It's a rake. I'm going to hit my stomach and just drag it straight across, exposing the gun. And I get the master grip right down on there. Some guys do the fingers. The thumb, I just don't care for because it's easier to miss. So I'm like here, and I'm drawing it on target. Now, one thing you have to do, because this happens when you do this, train for the failure. So say I go to rake this, I get the master grip, but part of my blazer is caught. See that? That's fine. I can still continue the draw motion, and I just continue to press out. That's very important because you don't be like, I'm not gonna stop. What do I do? You're going right through that thing. If you rip that blazer, that's fine. If you guys wear tight, I got a vest on when I work, I might just bust these things out because it's kind of tight for me to extend with that vest on. I'll just pop my suit coat out, right? That's fine. So when you make sure you give it a good yank back, straight down, there should be no space between the curve of that gun and my hand. So go off the trigger, up, and you drop the elbow and you come up to the high ready. Now I can actually shoot from this position here. See that? So one of the things you got to train for that failure and do these. You got to do lots of repetitions. You don't even have to think about when you're doing it. Give it a guys, get a partner, and try it out, guys.